Hey, nerds. We understand you. Drop those controllers. Lose the wizard hat. And ready your Cheetos. It's time for some hard-hitting talk about the movies, books, and games you love. So get ready, oh searcher of useless knowledge. It's time to step into the Geek Cave. Now, broadcasting from a top secret and totally awesome hidden base, I'm Ken Harris, and here's Darrin Wright, Justin White, and Chad Savage.
Quarters in this economy? Welcome to the Geek Cave Podcast Gaming. I'm Darrin.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Chad.
I'm going to try to find a way to joke that every segment. By the way, welcome to the gaming segment. It is 2001. I'm playing the first level of Halo on the original Xbox. It is 2011. I'm playing the first level of Halo on the Xbox 360. It is 2014. I'm playing the first level of Halo in the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One, not to be confused with the first Xbox. It is 2026. I'm playing the first level of Halo and Halo Campaign Evolve, the remake on PC. Welcome to the gaming segment. If you just look past the blue gentleman on your way in, you might find a link to our Extra Life fundraiser at geekcavepodcast.com. Yeah, for anyone who read Watchmen, you did it. But if you go to geekcavepodcast.com, click on Extra Life, and you can find a way to donate to our annual fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. It's going to be Halloween weekend for our big 2-day, 24-hour marathon.
Ooh, scary.
Ooh, we should do scary games. Like Monster Party. No, Monster Party is awful. Forget I said anything. But anyway,
you said it.
Last year, there were more than 15,000 participants in Extra Life across 100 countries, raising enough money to treat 12 million kids. So why aren't you donating? Do that now at geekcavepodcast.com. Every dollar donated goes straight to stuff like charitable care, medical research, giving the kids stuff to keep them busy, because being in the hospital sucks. And being in the hospital when you're a kid is worse, because there's the uncertainty that the kids really shouldn't have. And also, you could win some amazing prizes, and you can find out all the details on that at geekcavepodcast.com. Chad.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Demo Derby.
I have no idea how to pronounce this game. Gennady. My English language phonics teacher would suggest that it's pronounced with a soft zh, Gennady. But the game also uses a Russian name, so it could be a hard g, Gennady. I don't know.
Gennady.
So, imagine...
Smith.
Imagine for a moment a video game
Done.
in which Dungeon Crawler Carl meets Pizza Tower via Earthworm Jim and the coloring of Sin City.
Okay. All right.
That's the vibe we're getting.
Me having sturt? What was that?
So
Godzilla read that and died from a stroke.
So you got a gravelly voiced protagonist running around in his underwear, stomping and punching everything in sight, avoiding slime and spikes, in a stark black and white world where the slime, however, is neon green.
I'm legally distinct Batman.
And your danger sense glows a faint red. Power-ups are a vibrant yellow. I mean, it's
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah.
Except it's not.
Noir Dungeon Crawler Carl.
It's a roguelite, so be aware that if you die, the whole level changes. And for the most part, I didn't feel like it was unfair while playing the demo. It wasn't like something just slams out of nowhere to get you. Takes a little bit of getting used to it, the art style, because when I say black and white, I don't mean shades of gray. I mean black and white. Mm-hmm. And the red kind of shows up when there's, like because it's a platformer, so there'll be like red off the screen where if you land on that, you'll die or take damage, right?
Okay.
So it's like you got this danger sense of like, oh, I can't jump here. I've got to use one of my abilities to get further on kind of thing. So it doesn't feel unfair. considering that some of the roguelites I've played are just miserable to the tune like you have to grind early and often to make anything resembling a good time. That being said, I don't know that I had a good time with the game because it's competent. I loved the art style. The controls were simple enough and it never really felt unfair. I think I just wanted a reason to care about why I'm doing this thing.
Gotcha. I just pulled it up. It looks hand-drawn. It looks really neat.
It's very cool.
I'm looking at it too. Yeah.
It's a really neat, really neat game, a really neat idea. The best I can come up with is something has happened in the world, another dungeon crawler Carl kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the guy's going out, I think, to collect data so he can watch more TV. That's the best. And that's not clear.
Huh.
It isn't made clear in the slightest. This is one of those games that I would happily recommend the demo for. Absolutely. Download the demo for this because there's enough in the demo to make a decision. I'm not planning on playing any more of it, but that has more to do with my dislike of roguelites than it does with this particular game. It's just not my style of game.
Yeah.
And so, the one I played to the end was God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, and it's my second least favorite God of War game. Ascension is worse, which is sad because Ascension had a really good story, but I'm not going to get into that.
Right.
But it had a really, really poor gameplay to it. The art is great. The sound is good. The controls work as intended. If you're into roguelites, I think this is a good one. But for me, it's just the demo.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's available on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So, all right.
I played on PlayStation.
All right. Well, thank you, Chad. Did you... we'll get into reviews in a bit. Let's go to Justin for a moment.
Hi.
Hey, you got incognito mode on there? What's going on there, man?
None, yeah.
Okay. Well, how about something that is... from contractually obligated stuff, I need to ask you, hey, you been doing any stuff on Reddit lately?
Well, yes, I have. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So as many of you know, I don't get to play many video games, but I do have a wide breadth of knowledge that I think is useful to the gaming community. So I go to Reddit's Ask Games to find questions that I think deserve definitive answers in a little segment I like to call
Ask Justin. The Geek Cave podcast and its associates, including Justin, do not condone the advice given in this segment.
Thank you, Nigel. So this month's question is, what should I buy? Bread, milk, eggs, cereal, cheese, ham, potatoes, broccoli, a rotisserie chicken, and coffee.
Loaf of bread, gallon of milk, stick of butter. Loaf of bread, gallon of milk, stick of butter. Yeah. All right, cool. So, is that your shopping list, or is that just a shopping list?
That's just a. I mean, unless substitute as necessary. If you have lactose intolerance, get alternate milks. If you're a vegetarian, don't get the ham.
Right.
You shop accordingly. But that's a general outline.
General outline.
Yeah. You get hot dogs instead.
Thank you, Justin.
There's no discernible meat in that.
This is true. This is true. And you're welcome.
It's a surprise. Back to you, Chad, for a second. Have you played anything else?
Oh, sure.
All right,
sure.
What
you want to know what game is still good? Because I've not been playing any new ones. I'm waiting for Wolverine to come out here in another month or so.
Yeah.
Infamous 2.
Oh, I bet that is still good.
I'm surprised at how enjoyable this game still is. A while back, I replayed the first one. And this one's evolved nearly every part of the original in something that's both more streamlined and more interesting. Still a morality system. I mean, that was its big selling point.
That was the thing for a while.
That was its thing. But there are more opportunities to do good or evil, which means that it's not locked into just these big decision-making things. They're all over the place.
Be nice to these people or murder children.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Unlocking powers isn't just based on experience. It's based on using the powers you have to qualify for the next set. And diversifying Cole's power set with either ice or fire adds a tremendous amount of replayability to a game that otherwise you only get 2 times through.
Right.
Controls are a little sensitive, but it's really fun to jump back into New Marais and zap fascist militia members again. It's still an A, downgraded to an A- just because I know what's coming.
Yeah. I really liked Infamous 2. I wish Second Son had performed well enough, because I liked Second Son. Mm-hmm. I really liked the First Light DLC.
Yeah.
But I wish it had performed well enough. It's kind of a shame that that's one of the franchises, kind of like Uncharted, which is just kind of like, we're not doing that anymore.
We had our fun making those.
And that's fine. Sometimes you need to know when to quit. Mm-hmm. But like, come on, man.
I would not mind a new def or a new def remake.
Yeah.
Kind of the way they did like the original 2 God of War games that were on PS2 for PS3. I wouldn't mind the Infamous series.
Yeah, just port it.
Sent over for PS5 with those very basic quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
That come with control sensitivity, camera work, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Thank you. Justin, I know you don't have a shallow safe. How would you play anything else, though?
No.
Okay. Well, you've been too busy, like, shopping.
Yes.
Groceries and all that, right?
Yeah, no, the last game I played was Lego Batman.
Hey, I mean, that's a good one to, like, take a break on.
It is, but I mean, I haven't played anything since.
Yeah, it's a good game. I beat it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you know? So, I, too, have been revisiting a game.
Oh, yeah?
Because Final Fantasy VII, what are they calling it? Revelation, I think. Part 3 of the remake trilogy is due out early next year. And so I'm like, I got some time. I'm going to like replay the 2 remake parts that I already have. And so I am close to finishing part 1, which was just called Remake before they got into the stupid naming. And boy, this is such a good game. I mean, growing up, in the era of the first PlayStation, my first Final Fantasy game was 8. Then I went back to 7, which was everyone else's first Final Fantasy. 8 is kind of like the black sheep of the franchise. Everyone loves 7. I liked it okay. But the remake games, at least the first 2, have taken me from liking to loving as far as the story goes, as far as the characters, and the fact that this is not turn-based like your traditional Final Fantasies, which I know for some people is sacrilege. It plays more like an action RPG or a hack and slash even. And so, but there's still a lot of creativity there. You can pause the action during gameplay, so you can, if you want to have someone cast a spell or do an ability, you can still do that. But it's such a fluid combat style that I love it. Still love it. Routinely goes on sale. So if you haven't played any of these yet, you can get the 2-pack physical disc on PS5 most of the time for like $30 or less. And you can get on Steam. I've seen Remake go for as low as $13.99. So like you're getting Remake is shorter. It's maybe like a 30-hour game. Rebirth 7 Part 2 is twice that length. It's bloated. We'll probably talk about it when I replay it. But the 7 Remake Part 1 is so good. Damn near perfect. Still love it. So if you haven't played it yet, and if you're interested at all in the story of Final Fantasy VII, it's worth a look. And I do have it physically. If anyone like within earshot wants to borrow it. Now let's talk about another one that I played. Something I played that led to me wanting to play Final Fantasy VII Remake as a palate cleanser. So Crimson Desert, when it launched on the PS5, Xbox Series, whatever, and PC, was controversial because its control scheme was, how do I put this delicately, les dumb.
Yes, make sure to say it in the French.
Yes.
That makes everything softer.
Let me just paint you a picture here. Crimson Desert, from the video clips I've seen, and these are all people who are like 40, 60, 80 hours into this game. They're doing crazy stuff. It's like you're in medieval suits of armor, and there's dragons that you can ride, and you can German suplex a guard right off of a watchtower. I mean, this all sounds amazing. I gotta get in on that. I boot the game up, And it starts with like some really weird grainy textures for PS5. Like it's like they tried to upscale and downscale it at the same time, and they weren't sure what to do with it, so they just left it. I tried quality mode, I tried performance mode, I tried, the hybrid mode, and it still looked like someone had poured soup on my glasses and then handed them to me. It just
What kind
blurry.
of soup?
Minestrone.
Okay.
It was just blurry, and I didn't care for it, and I was getting a slight headache, but I thought, you know what? I'll just stick with it for a little bit. I got it from Gamefly, so I'm not out anything. And a few minutes in, you've got a cutscene and you're meeting your comrades, and then, oh no, the camp is being raided, and you're thrown into an action set piece, and this is great. The combat is great. The lighting is better because it's dark, and so there's not all that weird fuzziness shit going on. I can see what I'm doing, and I'm landing combos, and I'm doing parries and everything, and it's fantastic. And I fight this boss, and it takes a while, but I get his health bar to 0. And then a cutscene starts, and I am instantly killed by the same boss that I just put the health bar to 0 at. It was all for nothing. 15-minute fight, probably. Nothing. Wasted time. Wasted time. You have to die. So he kills me, tosses me over this waterfall, and that's that. And then you have this another weird cutscene where you're taken to like a place filled with light, and there's like puzzles. And now you're being given a tutorial on how to run and how to, wouldn't this have been helpful during the combat part, guys? Just putting that out there. But okay, we'll do puzzles. What's going on? You don't need to know yet. And the puzzles, this is great. So at one point you get the ability to use this, psychic, I'm going to call it a psychic sticky hand. Those little green sticky hands you would use to slap a table with? Uh-huh. It's like that, but it's psychic and it's blue. And the way you activate it is you press in on the R3. That's the right stick. That's also how you duck. Same button for two different things. Does the game know what you mean when you're doing it? Fuck no, it doesn't know what you mean. So that was frustrating, but okay, I got through that tutorial. Great. And now all of a sudden I'm in a fishing village, and it's been weeks since I was killed, and I'm about to leave and go back into the world, and some thieves run up and I kill them, and that's, again, the combat's great. All right, good, we're doing good stuff. Now we've got a horse. This horse drives... You ever see, I don't know what the name of the movie was, but it involved Don Knotts and a donkey. It was a Disney one. And I think the donkey was a football player. Right? Chad's looking it up right now. Gus, right. Okay. So you take Gus, you throw all of that out, and you picture Gus as driving.
Field goal kicking mule.
Driving a car. That's what driving this horse felt like. Was that I was a donkey in a car driving a horse. As in, I was all over the place and I had no idea what I was doing. I'm pretty sure I still could have kicked a field goal. I digress. I get to town. I start asking around, hey, does anyone need any help? Can I get some quests? And I come across a beggar, and he moves after I give him some money, and there's a woman trapped in a well that he was lying on top of. So I go down the well, and I save the woman, and she disappears after saying, "Your kindness will be noted." Just vanishes into the air. Cool. What's going on? Still don't know. I'm an hour and a half in, and I'm not having a good time because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Eventually, you complete a couple of these side quests, which have no connection with each other, and then you're teleported again to the magical sticky hand realm, where eventually you meet the woman who was in the well. Turns out that she's like a goddess of time or something, and you're the chosen one? Chosen for what? I'd like to know. They don't tell you. Oh, by the way, now you have wings and you're a crow. Go fly. So you are told to jump off of this island you have been teleported onto, which is like maybe 50 meters up, floating, and use the new flight mechanic that we just gave you. You want to know how it's activated? Remember how to crouch?
Oh, no.
But they give you this new, flight mechanic. So fly down to Earth. Oh, wait, your stamina ran out and you moved 10 feet. Well, fall for a bit. Keep falling. Try again. Nope, you're ducking now. There you go. Lather, rinse, repeat. I get to the ground. I look at the clock. I think to myself, I'm not liking this. And so I go to Reddit. I don't go to Ask Games, but I go to Reddit, the Crimson Desert subreddit, because I want to know. And I type in a question that has been asked probably thousands of times before. When does this get good? And the prevailing answer was, oh, yeah, you got to get about 20 hours in. See, right now you're in the tutorial. The tutorial lasts 6 to 8 hours. And then, Act 1 is kind of slow. But you'll get there. And once you get 20 hours in, it opens up. No, dear sir, listen to me and listen to me real good. 20 hours? I shouldn't have given this thing 20 minutes. I shouldn't have given it 20 seconds. What I did give it was, a trip back to the mailbox where Gamefly can take it back into its loving bosom, because I will never play this crimson piece of ass again. Holy cow. The only reason this does not get an F, it gets a D-, is because it came out of my console when I hit the eject button, and I wasn't forced to keep it. So yeah, that's Crimson Desert.
Huh. Sounds interesting.
It's not very good.
I know what we're getting him for Christmas.
I swear to God, man. Some friendships have boundaries.
Some.
Not ours, but some.
We haven't found ours yet.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Before we go to the pile of shame, don't play Crimson Desert. We do have a question from the Discord. You can ask us questions. You can join us. And oh, wait, we have another thing we'll get to after the Discord question. I forgot about that. Thank you, Chad. But first, we do have a question from the Discord. You can go to geekcavepodcast.com, join the Discord, and ask away. And you can also get early access to podcasts. You guys have any geeky clothing in your closets?
Yes, and I'm wearing one now.
He's wearing a Sex Bomb shirt.
Yeah.
From one of our former partners, Shirtosaurus.
Yep, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Check it out.
I think the better question is how many of my shirts are not geeky related in some way, shape, or form? And the answer is not many for an adult. Chad.
Yeah, I got a Superman hockey jersey and a Superman hat that I wear when I go golfing or mowing. Or really anything outside. I don't have very many hats.
Sure.
I got a Geek Cave podcast t-shirt.
Oh, I do too. Those are really nice.
Yeah, me too.
They're fairly rare.
Yeah.
It's a limited edition.
Mm-hmm. It's not mint, but,
Well, no, I wore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wore it when I was the size of the shirt, and then when I was bigger than the size of the shirt, and then back when I'm the size of the shirt.
It's like a boomerang that way. It just comes back.
It just comes back around.
Hey, there it is.
What, a new shirt in this economy?
If I'm smart, I'm just going to title these episodes "In This Economy," But anyway, I hope that answers your question. Yes.
Of course we do.
We have quite a few. The name of the podcast. Anyway. Sorry, Chad.
Yeah.
While I try to get the taste of Crimson Desert out of my mouth once again, tell me you've got something from your painstaking research into D&D.
Oh, do I have something for you? I think that we should bring these rules back. Will we? No. No, we will not. But we should. The first one, 2 rules. I'm going to bring you 2 rules. The first one is XP for loot. Using the rule, 1 gold equals 1 experience point.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to level up? You better be willing to pay for it.
Yep.
Do you have a rogue that always tries to steal and hoard everybody's stuff? They better be really good at it, because the party's going to just kill him. That rogue is going to be killed for their gold. But also in those older sections, like there was money to spend. There was things on which to spend money all the time. Like it was expected that you were going to buy a stronghold and then staff it and then add on to it, that you were going to support the local temple because that's who resurrected your dead ass, later. And so, really, the XP for loot is a good rule, but honestly, if you need something to do with your game, just give your players something to spend money on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just give them somebody to be like, oh yeah, I got one of those, 300 gold. Can we negotiate? Yes, we can. For 300 gold. What do you mean? For 300 gold, I'll negotiate the price of this item.
I don't know what to tell you.
So the second rule is called the dungeon turn. All right. So in the early game, because you were trying to get gold to go back to town so that you could level up, the game was built on exploration more so than combat. So the party was motivated by how much they get back to town, which meant exploring the dungeon took on an almost initiative order kind of mentality. Your party would do something, then the dungeon would do something. Monsters would move. Traps would be set, ambushes planned, treasure moved around, hostages tortured, etc. It made the dungeon both more alive and the party more inclined toward role-playing the dungeon than just trying to complete it. The idea is like, you don't just have a monster that's waiting in the room for you to get there. You've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Love the idea of the dungeon turn.
Yeah, it's neat. I don't know, as a DM, I don't know if I would be organized enough to do a dungeon turn.
The key to it, and I mean this seriously, is you have your dungeon map in front of you, and you already know what everything's turns are going to be.
Right.
Either you're just making a big clockwise or counterclockwise movement.
Really, it's pre-planning more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves me right out.
All right, cool. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
That was a good palate cleanser. Kent!
It was created by a madman. Ignored and rejected. Every week it grows. We cannot kill it, for it does not live. Step fast and be wary, or you may fall victim to Darrin's Pile of Shame.
All right. So, sometimes a throwback is a good thing. We don't need a 60-hour campaign all the time. We don't need the flashiest graphics. Sometimes all you need
is 20 hours to get to the good part.
Or, counterpoint, a possum with a jetpack strapped to him. Hear me out. I'm going to talk about Rocket Knight.
Rocket Knigget?
K-N-I-G-H-T, yep. Not the one released on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. No, this is the sequel, the threequel, because it's the third in the franchise, released in 2010 on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. This stars a possum named Sparkster. He fights evil pigs, wolves, and so on and so forth. Series of steampunk-inspired platforming and shoot-'em-up levels, as in half of them are platforming, where you go left to right or up and down, hack and slash, yada-da-da-da-da, and the other half are shmups, where you are flying and the screen is automatically scrolling right to left, and you are shooting down enemies or avoiding blasts and traps and all that stuff. And so, as always, I'm going to get to the bad before I get to the good. I would talk about the story here, but there's no real story.
It's a possum and a jetpack.
This is based on a game that came out at the height of mascot platformers, where we had Mario, we had Sonic, so now everybody's got to have a mascot. That's what gave us Bubsy, and I will never forgive them for it. But that's what also gave us Rocket Knight. And Konami did a pretty bang-up job with those. They were hard, extremely hard, like deceptively hard because you're a kid. You're in like Blockbuster Video or your mom and pop video rental store, and you see, it's a cute little possum in a suit of armor, and he's got a jetpack and a sword. Like, yeah, that looks like fun. And then it feeds you your lunch backwards, and you just don't know how the hell this happened. But I know, right? But you do know you want to try it again. Well, that's good, because let's start with the bad. This is a short game, and I don't mean just like a little short. I mean 2 hours. That's if you don't die a lot.
So I'll get a lot more time out of it.
Yeah, 7.5 hours if you collect everything. It raised a lot of complaints when it first came out because it cost $15. Mm-hmm. So like 2 hours, $15. It's like $7.50 an hour. In this economy, I know. But here's the thing: you can now get it normally on sale for like $2. You can probably hate a game for $2.
And I have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There are some difficulty spikes, especially in later levels with this one, where, like, for the most part, it's a chill experience. I basically hung out on the couch. I was playing it on Steam, and I was having a good time. By the way, the Steam version, for whatever reason, does not translate the controller inputs. I was using the 360 controller, and it kept giving me the keyboard and mouse prompts for how to do things. Controller worked. It was just a bit weird. So your mileage may vary there.
Hit the space bar.
What? Yeah, pretty much. It kind of like that. Yeah. Use the arrow keys to move. I got a stick. Yeah.
To start, press any key. Where's the any key?
I'm going to order a tab. But that's minor. But the difficulty spikes, especially in later levels. If you watch the Geek Cave plays we did on this recently, holy cow. I got to level 4, and I just got freaking annihilated in this one. It's like an elevator part where, the elevators rise and you got bad guys that keep coming from left and right. You got to fight them off. Whatever. It's crowd control. I can handle that. Why do they all have bazookas now? That kind of thing. Let's see. Limited replay value because, 2 hours for the story, 7.5 hours for everything. Then what? Do it again, nerd. Do it faster.
Do it better.
Other than collecting everything in a level or beating the fastest time, because they do keep track of how long it takes you to beat a level, there's not a lot of... This is not the meatiest chicken wing in the basket. It's pretty shallow. Now, the good. There is some good here. It's gorgeous. This came out for the 360, the PS3, the PC way back in 2010, but it still looks great now. The art style is one of those cel-shaded, looks like a cartoon kind of thing. It just looks pretty. I like it. The controls are, for the most part, good. Sometimes it feels like maybe it's me. Maybe it's the hardware I was using. I don't know. There felt like maybe a slight bit of lag here and there when there was a lot of enemies on screen. Again, that could have just been me. The humor is pretty good, too. I mean, it's cartoony humor. There's one time where there's one boss, which is basically a giant pirate ship that is firing cannons at you. How do you fight it? You don't. You run away until you get to the edge of the level, and then you cut a rope, and a bunch of logs that had been piled up for some other use just fall on the pirate ship and it explodes. Neat. And again, it's usually $2. You'll be fine if you only get a couple hours out of it. But yeah, overall, there's not a whole lot to say about Rocket Knight. But that's not necessarily negative. I mean, it's more of a sign that Konami did their job back when they knew how to make video games. Back before all they made was mobile games and pachinko machines. When they actually cared, they could still knock out a pretty good game here and there. Now, of course, this is just a sequel to a very shallow mascot platformer in the past. So if you're expecting something that's going to make you think about life, probably not. This is not the one you want. This is not the one you want. But it does have a timeless art style, accessible gameplay, and it's not all that exciting. So it does keep this marsupial-occupied device from truly blasting off, if you will. It's a C+. Not bad, not great. It's a C+, which is average. Stop thinking C's are bad, people. C's fine. Okay? Sometimes you don't all get to fly. Someone has to walk. And in this case, this is enjoyable, but it's very average.
C's get degrees.
C's get degrees. All right. Next month, punch, kick. It's all in how you learn from your defeat. We're taking a look at Sifu.
Ooh.
Sifu. The game where every time you get defeated, you come back older, and eventually you're an old man kicking ass.
More powerful, but also less life.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to that one. Anyway, be sure to listen to our other podcasts, including Comets, which went up yesterday, and Movies, which goes up tomorrow. There's also You Want Me to Watch What on the 2nd and 4th weeks of the month, and the Week 3 podcast, strangely enough, on the 3rd week. We also have the occasional TLDR. We've got a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube and on Twitch. You can find links to all that, our socials, and our Extra Life effort at geekcavepodcast.com. And, of course, the Discord. Be sure to join the Discord. I'm going to be comparing my comrades to characters from Rocket Knight as we say goodbye this month. So, for Kent Harris, our Sparkster, who is always reliable. Justin White, our Axel Gear, a powerful Rocket Knight in his own right, but he wears red. Chad Savage, our Ulfgar, leader of the Wolves and a daunting presence. I'm Darrin Wright, Sparkster's unnamed son, who shows up for a total of 15 seconds of screen time right at the beginning, but was going to star in the sequel that never got made, reminding you that everyone is a geek for something.